I'm super excited about the latest meditation that Dr. Joe just released on his website. It is the Changing Boxes Walking Meditation. Now, if you've seen some of my other videos, Changing Boxes is my favorite meditation, and walking meditations are also one of my favorite forms of meditation. And so the combination of the two together is perfect. The first time I did this meditation was actually at a AFU event with Dr. Joe in San Diego, and I was super excited when he announced that he had made this meditation, and I was even more excited when I actually did it. So if you're not that familiar with Changing Boxes, I'll go over that very briefly. Changing Boxes is actually a meditation that Dr. Joe has where it's a very simple meditation where you basically just jump into the meditation, and there could be a problem or a situation in your life that you don't like. And you're basically going in and you're changing your box, which basically means you're finding a new reality where this problem or situation doesn't exist. You jump in, you find that reality, you tune into it, you feel it, you jump out, and that's it. And I know it sounds simple. It is simple. The first time I actually did the Changing Boxes meditation itself, I actually changed my box. I came out, and later that day, the thing happened. And I don't know if that's why I love the meditation so much or what, but I just love this meditation and I think it's super effective. So now going on to the walking meditation. So let me go over it a little bit and then I can tell you a little bit about my experience with it. So the meditation starts off pretty much like his normal Changing Boxes meditation. And just to tell you real quick, you've got to get Changing Boxes and this one. Like if you don't have any walking meditations, you've got to get this one. Okay, so anyway, it starts off where he does the same thing where you just kind of tune into the blackness and feel everything around you. And then he has you tune into that reality where the problem no longer exists. And then he has you do the walking part. You open your eyes and you start walking, and you start walking like you're in that reality. And I really, really love his newer walking meditations. His music choices, as usual, are really excellent. But he's been starting to use like some really excellent words, and just he's been doing like these echoes and different things that are almost kind of hypnotic in a way. And so hearing that as you're walking, and it just, I don't know, it's like it hits your subconscious even more hearing that in the background. So you go ahead and you do the walking part, and you're walking as if you're in that reality. And then again, he has you stop. And then he has you tune into it more and really start to feel it and draw your body to you. It's just like it's emphasizing it even more, getting into this reality and feeling it. And then once again, like he usually does in his walking meditations, so that was a part where you stop and you close your eyes, then he'll have you once again open your eyes and begin to walk again as if you are in this reality. And it's like he slowly like just brings you closer and closer. It's like he starts off by having you like, okay, just start feeling it. And then as he gets closer to the end, it's like he's talking as if you're already there. And so the second part, again, it's like you're getting closer and closer to just being in this reality and really feeling it. And then again, he has you stop and close your eyes. And there's one part where he says, you choose to be here. And when I heard that, I just did this meditation yesterday. You choose to be here. And that really struck me. It's like, okay, I'm choosing to be here. And he's talking about your new reality. And so I'm choosing to be in this new reality. And I'm like, whoa, this is awesome. But it also kind of reflected, I'm like, wait a second. My regular life, I'm choosing to be here. So I'm choosing, if there's problems or situations or things I don't like in my life, I'm choosing to be here, living in that. And so we can choose to be somewhere else, just like we can choose something else to eat. We can choose somewhere else to live. We choose to be here. We choose our reality. And that really struck with me. And that was so impactful. Another thing that I like that he says kind of throughout the entire meditation is when he talks about realities, like if you're aware of this, realities, dimensions, whatever you want to call them, it's kind of like when you look in a mirror and you see like multiple yous, like you see that the mirror reflecting the mirror and you see multiple yous, and you all look the same. And so it's like those realities where everything looks the same. And he says, everything looks the same, but something is slightly different. So what I've kind of analyzed by all my meditation practices is I've actually felt shifting dimensions. I felt that feeling of everything feels the same, but something slightly different. And I bet if you look back on your life, you probably have experienced the same thing, where sometimes you just kind of walk into a room or a place you've been before and you're like, that kind of feels different. That feels, but you can't quite figure it out. And I think it's because you shifted dimensions or shifted realities. And people say that we are shifting dimensions and realities all the time. Different realities happen anytime you make any kind of a decision. And so there is infinite number of realities out there, and you just have to choose that one where this problem doesn't exist. Now, if it's a simple problem, the reality is pretty close. Most likely. This is my interpretation of it. And I think if it's a bigger problem, it might be further away, because that was a big decision that had to be made to make that reality exist. And going to my experience, I guess you can say, anytime I do changing boxes, I come out and I feel that way. I feel like I have shifted dimensions. And when I did this in San Diego for the first time, the first part, we hadn't even started walking yet. I was so excited. I was like laughing hysterically. And as soon as I opened my eyes, I remember I just fell down to my knees. And I've done this before, where I shifted a reality so much where I could tell that something was different. I was like feeling my face, and I had a helper in front of me, and they were kind of looking at me, making sure I'm okay. And I was like looking at them and laughing hysterically. I was like feeling my face, and I was like my face felt different. And I was looking around, like things just looked different. I was like, oh my, they look the same, but it was different. So it was like that feeling that Dr. Joe was talking about, where everything is the same, but something's different. It was all the same, but something was different. It was like I felt it inside that something was different. And nearly every time I do that, I just went to the Denver event and I did the changing boxes. Same thing. I was laughing hysterically. Almost every time I do this meditation, I'm laughing hysterically. And I say it that way because I think my body is so joyful to be out of that other reality into this new one, where it may not be that one exactly where the problem doesn't exist, but I've gotten closer. So let's just say you move one or two over, you may not notice much. But let's say the problem doesn't exist way over here, and I'm here. Let's just say I went here. And so it's not that the problem doesn't quite exist. Maybe I need to change my boxes a few more times and I'll keep shifting closer and closer. But it's like I feel the shift from being here to here, and I'm like, whoa, things are so different. So I'm not saying that everybody's going to have this kind of experience, but like I said, there's something about this. You may not feel that, but I think the more you pay attention, you may start noticing, things are different. Now, this could be one of those where, like I said, the first time I did it, the thing just happened later that day, and I was like, wow. And other ones, when I'm working on bigger things, you kind of have some subconscious programming that's kind of like, no, that's not possible. So it's kind of like I can't quite get to it, but as doing it repetitive gets you closer and closer and closer to changing that box. So I think by getting this meditation, the walking meditation, and combine it with just the changing boxes meditation, I don't know how often you want to do it. You want to do it every day. You just kind of do it on and off when you feel it. And don't get discouraged if you come out and you're like, I don't feel anything. Like when I just did it in Denver, I fought myself the whole time. I was like, I'm not doing this. What's going on? I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling the feelings of being in that reality. And then right as he says, come back to me, I was like, whoa. And I started feeling my body shift. I guess I had gone somewhere and I came back realizing I was somewhere. I was just still fighting. I think my subconscious and my conscious were fighting itself. So just do whatever schedule you feel. And if you feel stuck, stop it for a while and then come back to it, whatever you feel like doing. But I think the combination of these two together could really help you manifest anything. And it doesn't have to be, there's a problem in your life like, oh, I've got, I don't know, this guy at work is bugging me. Sure, you can do it on that. If you are having financial issues, if you're having health issues, whatever it is you want, this changing boxes is perfect for manifesting anything in your life. If you want something different in your reality, that's all you're doing is you're shifting realities. You're changing from this box to this box. And so this is an awesome meditation. You can get it on his website. Like I said, again, I will put the link below for you to purchase that at drjoedispenza.com. Thank you.